this instrument, I don't think any instrument's an extension of your voice, but trumpets is something else, man. You can make a note bend unlike a saxophone, you know what I mean? Like if you can take a note and go, right? Or you can go, you know what I mean? That's just, yeah, I mean, saxophones can do that too, but it's just the way the trumpet plays, man. There's something about it, you know? It's got brilliance, it's got darkness, you know, it's versatile. Yeah. I started this music program it's at Chicago Jesuit Academy. It's on the west side of Chicago.
Jesuit Academy.
Yeah, so it's a Catholic school.
Yeah.
It's an all-boys school. I fell in love the first day. I was like, I got to do something because they didn't have any music. So we none at all. So I brought in some of my friends who play professionally too. We brought in instruments. We did clinics. We got these kids playing a little bit. And basically, I did a fundraiser. We had some people donate instruments. I bought a lot of equipment. And it started from there. We take some pretty at-risk kids that are we're in the middle of, unfortunately, kind of a gang war in the middle of Chicago right now, on the west side of Chicago. So we're in some pretty dire, needed areas to be fixed, But what I've seen is with the music is that it's saving a lot of these guys. Gives them a platform to create. We're graduating a lot of guys. They're getting off to college, getting into the workforce. Some guys they make it, some don't. It's just part of the road we're traveling. But I love it. Like when I'm on stage and we're playing through the melody, I'm trying to feel the groove. I'm trying not to make any mistakes. I'm trying to, because melody's very important. And whoever takes the first solo, that's great. But I'm listening to everybody. I'm listening to how the drums might complement the piano player in their complement. I'm listening to how the bass player is playing kind of in between everybody. When I'm listening to solos, I'm listening for ideas that might inspire me. You know what I mean? To go off, because sometimes when I take the first solo, cool. I'm gonna take the first solo. This is where we're gonna be at, and how I end. Sometimes the next soloist will pick up where I end. It's that conversation. It's like it's passing the. It's like you starting a story, and you pass it over to the next person. And say, all right, where do you want this story to go? Because that's what it's about. We're storytellers. The band, the Trumpet Summit itself started about 5 years ago, maybe 6. The owner of Andy's actually came to us and said, hey, we should have a 3-trumpet thing like the 3 tenors. Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then he contacted us a couple of weeks later. So he's like, I'm serious. I want to see what you guys can do. music has been a way for me to learn about myself. It taught me discipline. It taught me how to give back. It's taught me how to deal with my feelings and my emotions and my thoughts. It's taught me to be serious about matters that matter to me most and be able to present that without worrying about people accepting it, being authentic. It's a lot, you know, and it is really tough being a musician because you want to do a great job for everybody. And at the end of the day, like I said, though, you got to be comfortable. We're our own worst critics, musicians. We really are. And we have to learn to accept who we are and the music that we're presenting, just let it go, you know.